very good day today. Today I'm gonna kind of just live stream here and do something a little bit different here. You guys have probably seen me flap my gums talking about how I decorate cakes and things like that. Well, that's what I'm about to do right now. I'm about to get my son's birthday cake finished up, but before I get started into all that, I'm gonna go ahead and, first, Shizuko, could you turn that down, please? Or close the door. Anyway, I'm gonna get my coffee started, wait for everyone to get in here. Now, I will tell you guys right now that you can actually go, if you want to, while I'm sitting here decorating this cake, you can go and send direct donations. There is a link down in the description. You can go to Streamlabs and send me direct donations if you want to help support the channel here. I'd greatly appreciate it. Again, I hope you're all having a good day. I'm gonna go ahead and get my coffee started here. Get my coffee started here and get everything out and ready to go. My son actually he just turned 5 on Wednesday, so we're having a birthday party for him today. And I've got a video that I was doing where I was showing you guys how to decorate the cake, how to decorate this cake. And you guys want to see it? Check it out. Check it out right there. Bam! Look at that. Yeah, you like that, don't you? Like that Spider-Man cake. If you wanna, like I said, you wanna stick around and check me out making this cake. Gonna do some decorating. Got a little star tip there. I'm gonna get this thing started and get this thing finished. Got a couple hours before the party's supposed to start, which it's plenty of time to get this thing all done. Ooh, I'm gonna let this thing kind of cool down a little or warm up a little bit, so it's not so hard to do. Like I said, I'm gonna get my coffee started. Give me a little bit of energy. Now, I'm not sure how you guys started your day. But let me tell you, I started mine by I started mine by going out on a nice bike ride. And let me tell you, it was really good. Went out 24 miles. It was pretty hardcore. Oh no. Well, that's not good. All right. Went out, did about 24 miles. It was a good time. Just went out there and just hammered it out. Got to get home, finish up this cake. So we're going to go ahead and get started in just a minute. Let's see, is that enough coffee? I don't know. Let's see. We're going to get a little bit more in there, a little bit more coffee. Now, I don't know what time it is where you guys are at, but I'm sitting here. It's just getting ready to be 10 o'clock, so it's still fairly early. Still fairly early in the morning. And I woke up, got everything ready to go out. Got in a nice bike ride. Oh, sorry you guys can't see me right now. I am just here. I'm right here still. Right here, yeah, wearing my Brian Urlacher jersey. That's right. Ooh, too much. Yeah, a little too much coffee there. Gonna have to pour a little bit of that out. Now I feel like I'm wasting some. Isn't that terrible? Wasting the coffee. Alright. So we got that. Got everything ready to go. How are you guys doing today? Let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you guys thumbs this video up too. Make sure you thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Share it with your friends. Tell them, hey, you want to see how to decorate a cake? Come right here, 2nd Street Marble. We're gonna show you. I've got a video. I've got some other footage of when I was, that I'll probably, I don't know, maybe I'll go back and splice together with all this stuff. Show you guys exactly the process that we went through making this cake. It's not too hard. It's not as hard as it looks. And a lot of times it's gonna look better than when you can go out there to the store and buy. So yeah, there's that. Let's go ahead and, let's see. MCT oil. And I know right now, Drunk 3PO is around, or he's gonna watch this video. He's gonna be sitting there like, hey bro, I thought you said don't drink your calories. Well, it's a little bit different. I went for my bike ride this morning, and I'm gonna have a keto coffee. Yeah, I got some calories in it, admittedly. All right. Bam. Get this this thing all ready to go. So if there's anybody here in the live stream, how you guys doing today, man? How y'all doing? You all had a pretty long day yesterday. Nice little Friday. Ended up doing my my morning movie chat yesterday morning. I was just flapping my gums about a bunch of nonsense, really, kind of like I always do. Just flapping my gums about nonsense. We did the Trailer Park Live last night. Wasn't really planning on it, just because I wanted to get this cake done. But man, you guys are so awesome. I could not show up for the Trailer Park Live. You know what I mean? I had to do it. I had to be there. You know, I didn't want to leave you guys hanging, sitting there on your Friday night like, hey man, where's Trinity at with the Trailer Park Live? So I went ahead and did that, but I did something. I switched it up a little bit yesterday. Instead of you know, going crazy and talking about a bunch of different stuff, I just ended up talking about comic books the whole time. I realized, you know, I was kind of thinking like, you know, I talk a lot about comic books. I'm kind of a comic book channel, and I don't talk about comic books enough. So that's what I went ahead and did yesterday. Did plenty of talking about comic books. And so we're going to go ahead and get started on this cake here. But yeah. So anyway, I actually want to excuse me, I actually want to bring some other people onto the channel eventually here and do some conversations talking about comic books. I actually recently reached out to, I'm not sure if you guys know Wilda Beard Reviews. He's a great comic book guy, reviewer and everything out there. You should go check out his channel. He's been doing reviews on comic books for a little while. He reads a lot of DC, and he also really likes the X-Men. And you know, they're doing the House of X and Powers of X right now in Marvel Comics, and I was telling him I want him to come onto the channel with me because I watched a couple of his videos, and he really knows what he's talking about. So I want to bring him onto the channel so we can just have a discussion about some X-Men comic books. And Michelle P, welcome to the live stream. Cake and coffee, good morning, right? That's what I'm saying. I was saying a minute ago, I already went out and got my bike ride done earlier. Did 24 miles, just a little over 24 miles. Got home, took a little shower, getting ready to get this cake finished. And you want to go ahead and take a look at the cake? Boom, check out that cake. That's what I'm going to be decorating right now. But yeah, like I was saying, there's a link down in the description here where you can go. If you want to support the channel, you can send direct donations right here to Streamlabs. Do greatly appreciate anybody that does that. Or you could even go find my Patreon page and support there. Send $1, become a monthly member and support the channel. But and Michelle P, I seen you were at a Slipknot concert recently. That actually sounds pretty exciting. I'm hashtag jelly. You know, recently Mr. Bungle put out some tickets. They're going to be doing a show here in February, and the tickets sold out. Can you believe that? The tickets sold out. The tickets sold out already, man. Just that quick. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and get started on this thing and see if we can get this icing squeezing out there. It's still a little bit cold. I took it out of the fridge. I should have gave it a little bit more time to, I guess, kind of warm up, but it's going to get there soon enough in my hands. And it's pretty simple. You just go through there with these little stars. Just give it a little squeeze, and then you gotta stop squeezing, and then you just pull out afterward. It's pretty simple. It's not as hard as it looks. Or, you know, when the finished product is done, it's not as hard as it looks anyway. And thank you all for being here in the live stream. Marty McFly said, "Did you see the car paint job?" No, I didn't. Michelle says, "Awesome cake." Perp Minder, welcome to the live stream. When you get the car wet, it goes from all black to Spider-Man. Oh, dang. Oh, is that the one you sent me on Instagram? I didn't get a chance to watch that. It was a great show. Thanks. Oh, yeah, I bet it was, man. Who all was on there? I seen you put some of those videos up there. Who all was there with us playing with Slipknot? I seen you got Gojira on there, and that's pretty cool. I've never seen them live. You know, I don't actually even have any of their albums. I mean, I've heard them before and listened to them, but can't say I've ever actually went out and supported them and, you know, seen them live or anything like that. So, but one of my good friends, I'll be seeing him today. He loves Gojira. And what I've heard of them, they're good. Let's see, Mark, since I'm a Patreon, do I get a piece? Yeah, so swing by, man. Well, I don't know if I ship something to you, it might get smashed in the mail. You ever seen Ace Ventura? Remember in Ace Ventura when he was at the very beginning, he was being the UPS man? You gotta be careful, you know, out here where I live at, man. That's how them dudes are. I know a couple of them package delivery dudes, and that's what they do. That's what they do. They sit there and they play hacky sack with your packages. I'm just kidding. I don't really know that. I shouldn't have said that. That was mean, wasn't it? Now people are gonna have a bad perception of when people say, "What can Brown do for you?" Oh, Behemoth, Gojira, and Volbeat. Oh man, nice. Volbeat, huh? God, who was it that? I think he used to play for them, or maybe he still does. Rob Cagaggio. He was playing with Anthrax for a while. And yeah, I think he was in Volbeat there for a while. Drunk 3PO, what's up, man? How you doing? Hope you're surviving them hurricanes there. I seen your video this morning about those God, what is those bombs that people the TSA wasn't gonna allow on the thermal detonators. Yeah, those thermal detonators, man. We gotta be careful. We might have no, I shouldn't say that. We might have a bad situation on our hands, man. And thermal detonators getting onto the airplanes. Oh, it's coming Monday. Oof, man. Yes, I would send you a piece, but man, it's gonna be after Monday that it gets there. It won't be there to comfort you by then. For Monday, but and really this, you know, a lot of people when I make these cakes, a lot of people you know, say like, oh, it's so good. You know, the only thing I really do that's special is I make the icing myself. You know, you can regulate how much sugar you put in it and all that stuff, but other than that, I just buy store-bought cakes. You know, like the Duncan Hines or Betty Crocker. And me myself, I like to use the lemon ones, the lemon flavor cakes and the strawberry cake. And that's what I did on this one, was I took lemon and strawberry and I swirled it together. So this is kind of like it's kind of marbled lemon and strawberry. So, yeah. So how you all doing? I said, no, it's hilarious. So how you all doing today? What are you guys doing for Saturday? You ended up here on my live stream, which is awesome. I do thank you so much. Again, like I said, there's a link down in the description. If you want to support the channel, you can go and send a direct donation through Streamlabs. Send $1, send $5, send $20, send $100. It's all good. Thanks for the inspiration. Yeah, man. It's not really that hard to do this stuff. It's not as hard as it looks. You know, kind of when I got started doing it was just got started because I'm a nerd, and you know, I wanted to kind of do something artistic and making these cakes. I don't know. I guess it's somewhat artistic. I think anybody can do it, but a lot of people say that it's, you know, it takes time and patience and stuff like that, and apparently a lot of people don't have that stuff, which is funny because I'm definitely not a person that has a lot of patience, that's for sure. So it makes me wonder why I get into it. Maybe, I don't know, I kind of find it soothing sometimes, you know, you get in there and to start making the cake if you have an idea for it, make a really nice one. One of my favorite ones I did was for one of my favorite bands, actually artist, I guess you would say, was Devin Townsend. Did an album called Ziltoid, and he did a second one called Ziltoid 2, and I basically did the cover of it. It was a cake, it was a round one, and I used, I don't know, several different techniques making it, and I thought it turned out pretty good because I used silver on it, and I was trying to make it look like have like a metallic look, and there was also a speaker in it too. It was a circle, and it had a speaker in the middle, then it had a Z2 on there, and it was pretty slick looking, and somehow I managed to get it like metallic looking, because what I did was as I was icing it, I got it all ice smooth, but as I was icing it, I like put a little bit of water on the spatula as I was spreading the icing around, and it kind of made it where like it was grayer in parts, and it made it look streaky, and it kind of looked metallic. I'll have to go on my Facebook and see if I can find that and share it on like Twitter or something, since that's where I go for more of my posts for the channel here. Morning McFly says, I know a person getting rid of a beautiful table and chairs in Palmdale. If it's not gone by tonight, I'm going to the trash. How do I send you a pic? Probably easiest way, like either through Facebook or even Instagram. You can send me a pic. Yeah. Oh, are you commenting that my table is all old and busted up, man? I know, but it's got sentimental value with it. It's got sentimental value at this point. You know what I mean? It's kind of like we've got this stroller that we've got out back. Actually, I think it's in the garage right now because we reused it recently. But we got the stroller that we got when my daughter was when she was a baby, and she's about to be 10 now. And this stroller, it lasted through her, through my middle daughter, and even my son. Like this thing has been in our family that long that like I kind of feel like that stroller, it's part of the family now. It's part of the family now, and I can't bring myself to get rid of it. The other day, we're doing donations and all this stuff, getting ready to throw some stuff out, and I told my wife, I'm like, you can't get rid of that stroller, man. That stroller, it's gonna be my grandchildren's birthright. Like when my daughter gets married, that's gonna be her birthday present. It's gonna be that stroller that she grew up in. And you all probably think I'm kidding. Y'all probably think I'm kidding, but that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make her do that. Just needs a good home. All right, yeah, we'll check it out. Yeah, send me a pic. So anyway, I'll go ahead and get back to this. Who we got? 19K Fox, welcome to the live stream. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I'm just sitting here decorating this cake. I'm getting ready for my son's birthday. And I figured I'd live stream this. I was working on a video that I was gonna do, kind of show you guys some tips and progression on how to do it, and then I was sitting here doing this when I got home. I was like, why don't I just live stream this? I'm gonna show people how to decorate this stuff. It's not that hard. Like I said, you just go through there, make a little star, squeeze, let go, pull up. Squeeze, let go, pull up. It gets a nice little star. Sometimes you can make them bigger, you can make them smaller. It kind of depends. You know, you just kind of gauge how close you put it to the cake, and then give it a squeeze, and that's it. And just try to fill everything in. It's not that hard. Sometimes it can be kind of time consuming, as you can see, you know. I'm getting through here to do this, but it's all worth it in the end because it looks a lot better than that stuff you can buy at the store. And chances are it tastes a lot better too than those cakes you buy at the store because you're making it fresh at home. And that's the way we should do everything. Make fresh at home, you know. Now I'm not saying that like every ingredient in here is made fresh. I mean, hell, like I was saying a minute ago, I used a Duncan Hines cake to make this, but you know, and that's something else I need to learn too, is how to make my own cake mixes and cake batters, and then learn how to flavor them like these are, because I use this lemon flavored cake and I use a strawberry flavored cake. I want to get to the point where I can make cakes, my own cake batter, and do that, and so then I don't have to spend so much, because I'm sure it's cheaper than buying those cakes at the store too, and it's probably just as easy to make them as it is to buy the ones in the package. Of course, I'm sure it takes a little more prep time and things like that, but you know, you give and take a little bit. I'm sure the taste and texture is a lot better. I'm sure I've had homemade cakes before, but I need to learn how to do them myself. I've actually got a recipe for some really killer chocolate chip cookies, and they're really great. I haven't made any in a while, but taught my kids how to make them. Try to make my kids help me out when we do stuff, you know what I mean? Because they're growing up in the world. They need to learn how to do this stuff too, man. Okay, check your Instagram. All right, I'll check the Instagram. These are the things your kids will remember for years. Yeah, definitely, man. I like, you know, it's funny, some of the things, and I've talked about this on my show before, some of the things I remember from being a child, and like, you know, I was talking the other day, like, Blade Runner, the movie Blade Runner came out in, 1982? I'd have been, you know, maybe 3 years old, maybe 3 years old when that movie came out, and I remember seeing it when I was a kid, But some of the things that happened in that movie, like, they're burned into my memory for life, man. Like, I'll never forget some of those things. And I think some of that comes with this kind of stuff. Michelle P says that looks great. Well, thank you, appreciate it. And this kind of looks sloppy right now. You guys probably can't see it as well as I can. And plus, I'm kind of anal when it comes to this kind of stuff. Like, I'm really nerdy. I'm looking at this thing and I'm kind of pissed off, and I just want to throw it against the wall because it looks like crap. Yeah, that's that's how I am. I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to that kind of stuff. But altogether, I won't be dissatisfied. It looks okay. It looks all right. Kermit the Log says you're a father figure the fan menace needs. Hail Second Street. Well, thank you for being here, Kermit. Hey, and speaking of which, man, looking forward to that Bigot and Ribbit show tonight. Is that going on tonight? The Bigot and the Ribbit? Better be. I want to see it going on tonight, man. Because here at my son's birthday, I don't really drink much anymore. But for my son's birthday, I'm thinking when I gotta go pick up his present from the store here in a little while. But I'm thinking that I might pick up some beer. I'm thinking I might pick up some beer on the way, because see where I'm gonna go get his gift at, right down the street is this really great brewery. It's my favorite brewery that there is out here, and I want to go there and buy some beer for tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get a little bit wild here tonight, man. You guys don't even know, man. You guys should stick around for that. Maybe I'll have to live stream me getting a little bit saucy. Sorry. Getting a little crazy here. This morning. But yeah, man, I need to. I need to concentrate on this a little bit. But yeah, gonna have some beer. Like I said, there's this local brewery here in town where I live at called Bravery Brewing, and they make some great beers. And I was never really into drinking dark beer or anything when I was growing up. But you know, when you're in your 20s, you're just a dumb kid and you don't know what's going on anyway, even when you think you do. And you know, I used to drink all that crappy, like, you know, Budweiser, Bud Light, you know, and all that crap. And then it graduated to Heineken's. Went ahead and graduated to Heineken's, and you know, thought those were good with those Newcastles. But man, then this Bravery Brewing opened, man, and I'm telling you, they got like some of the best beer I've ever had. And they're Bravery Brewing. You can look them up on Facebook or anything. Again, it's Bravery Brewing. It's actually co-owned by Arlie Ermy and his family. He passed away just has it been 2 years ago already? I think it was just last year, but it may have been 2 years ago now. Arlie Ermy, you know, he was the drill sergeant in Full Metal Jacket. But yeah, he co-owned this local brewery out here. Really great place. And I know his daughter, and she used to work there. She's really nice, and they always used to come through like the flea markets and everything, and see them and say hi. He was always really nice. You know, they lived out here for years. They were, you know, it's funny because we live out here and it's a small community, but it seems like there's a lot of people that didn't really know that he was from out here, and that he lived out here. Because you know, sometimes I would see him there at the flea market, and I would want to go, you know, shake his hand, say hi, and everything. But then at the same time, I don't want to draw a big old bunch of attention. You know, he's trying to just be at the flea market and hang out with his family. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I tend to want to try to leave people alone in those situations because they're human just like me and you. You know what I'm saying? They just want to go have a good time. But yeah, they got this brewery out here, man, and it's great. I'm telling you, the beers are top notch. Never had any better. Not even at other breweries. I haven't. And I haven't. Not like I'm well traveled when it comes to breweries or anything. I mean, I've been to a couple others and had some beers there, and haven't found anything quite as good as that old Bravery Brewing. One of my favorite beers, I'm hoping to have it there, is called Old Rat. And Old Rat, it's a dark beer, and it kind of tastes like the closest thing I've ever found that they have out there on shelves is called is it Hanger 24, Hanger 29, whatever beer company this is. They've got they have an older version. Or a version of it called, was it Chocolate Bomber? And it's really good. It's really good. He's going full trip. Oh yeah, man. You know how we get around here, man. Oh man, let me tell you. Sam's Tangled Web, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, I'm here, here decorating the cake, getting it all ready. Go ahead and take a look at it. My son wanted like the Spider-Man Far From Home, and he wanted the black and red suit, so I went ahead and got that done. And thanks, Sam's Tangled Web. Yeah, making this this cake here. Get it all done before everybody gets here, hopefully. You guys are gonna sit here and witness it coming to life. And you see, I could yesterday I shot some of a video that I was gonna do where I laid down the lines and everything that you guys are seeing me work around right now. And believe me when I say it looks sloppy, but by the time you get done, man, people don't notice. They're ready to eat. They taste how good the icing is, you know. It's all full of sugary goodness, and they just love it. And nobody's gonna say anything about those crappy details that I get picky about and want to make me frustrated. Want to throw this cake against the wall, make me just scream. In case you guys don't know me, man, I'm crazy. My wife says I'm bipolar. She says I'm bipolar. Sometimes I see the look in my kids' eyes, and I can see the look in their eyes where they're saying the same thing. They're saying, this dude, he's bipolar. He's crazy. I try not to be. I try to be normal. But, you know, sometimes this world, you know, it just drives us crazy, man. You ever see that movie Falling Down? Defense! Defense! Great movie. I guess he didn't like the sauce. Oh, man, this is good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, yeah, look at that. And, let's see. Kermit gotta support the toxic masculinity. Oh, man. You guys are cracking me up, man. Yeah. Oh, is my daughter walking through the screen there? Was she performing?
No.
Oh. She's a little performer. We had her in dance class when she was little. Now she's in karate class, kicking ass, taking names. You know, she shouldn't even take names. She just kicks ass. And she's pretty good. Actually, all the kids are in karate class now. And, you know, so that's like on Wednesday. Wednesday was a long day for me because I got up early and then I had to take them to karate class. And my oldest there, Madison, she's a purple belt now. So her class is the hour after my other kids are in class. So I have to sit there at karate class for 2 hours for these kids to be going to karate class to learn self-defense, to kick some butt and all that kind of stuff. But it's all good. You know, I love my kids, so I'll sit there and I'll waste my part of the evening there. I think it's good for them. Teach them discipline, confidence, and all kinds of other things. And, you know, and I don't let them quit neither, you know. I know one time, and I was proud too, my daughter, they were sitting there sparring and she got socked right in the face, man. She was all kind of teary and crying, you know. She was a little bit emotional. And you know what, she went out there, she sucked it up, man. And she went back at it and kept sparring. You know, Sensei even stopped the thing, hey, you alright? She's like, yeah. She went out there and kept sparring. And that's what I said, you know, I even told her after class, and Sensei told her the same, that's what you gotta do. Because, you know, when you're out there on the playground, man, there ain't gonna be nobody there to stop the fight. There ain't gonna be nobody to sit there and be like, oh, are you okay? Let's check out and make sure you're okay. No, the fight's gonna keep going. The bully who you're trying to stop, yeah, they're gonna keep going, you know, so you gotta be able to take that hit, suck it up, and move on, man. You know, what was that Mike Tyson said? Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. And, you know, truer words, man, truer words. And, of course, you know, nobody wants to get hit, but you know what? You got to know and be prepared to know that you're going to get hit at some point. You know what I mean? You can't really plan for it. You don't know how much it's going to hurt. You don't know how you're going to react, but you know what? You got to be prepared for it at least. You know that if you're in that situation, chances are you're going to get hit. And that's what I kind of thought was funny, some of the last UFC fights I ever watched. I'm watching some of those dudes go out there to fight, and they're sitting out there all scared and everything, and I'm like, dude, are you just scared to get hit, bro? I get it, you don't want to get hit, but man, you running around you don't want to get hit, you can't take it. You know, like sometimes you got to take that chance to go in there and get the shot. You know, and if you get the hit, maybe you still get the knockout shot. Who knows? Who knows? You never know. Stranger things, man. Stranger things. I think that means stranger things have happened. I'm not talking about the TV show. I've never watched Stranger Things. Not really into that. At least I don't think. I don't know. I've never watched it. My wife tried to watch some of it. She got, I don't know, a few minutes into the first episode, and she was like, "Man, I don't even know why people like this. This is stupid." And you know me, I'm just like, "Well, yeah, that's what you get for watching a TV show." Guess thumbs up. All right. Yeah. Make sure you give this give this video a like. Give this video a like, and like I said, if you want to, you can go down in the description and check out. There's a link there for the kids. There's a link down there where you can go and donate money to the channel. You know, you can donate for my time sitting here showing you how to decorate a Spider-Man cake. Wouldn't that be so awesome? Anyway, don't feel obligated to do that. It's just there for people who are super generous, and all you guys being here, you guys are super generous in the first place, so appreciate you guys being here, checking out this live stream while I'm sitting here getting this cake good and ready to go. And let's go ahead and get started. I was going to stop here, but we'll go ahead and let that black warm up a little bit more. It's probably still cold, don't want to squeeze out yet, so. And I need this same tip that's on this red one, so we're going to have to get done with this section of the red here that I want to get done with for now. And see how I'm not worrying about covering up any of those little black lines? It doesn't matter, because they're not super important where they have to be seen. Like if you watch the movie, the Spider-Man, you know, like a lot of times you don't even see that they've got those lines like that, where you see how there's the two lines going down and they split off different ways. A lot of times in the movie, people don't even notice that stuff, but that's the kind of stuff that I'm super nerdy about, and you know, so I get anal about it, and you know, it's gotta look just like that. And chances are my son, he's gonna know too. He's gonna be like, "Hey, what's that?" You know, if I don't have it that way, so he's pretty sharp like that. Yeah, you know, those dang kids, man, they notice that little stuff too. And I guess that's why I'm good at doing this, because I notice that little stuff too. I'm nerdy about stuff like that. I get nerdy about stuff like that. Get, you know, kind of caught up on the little details to make it look nice. And your daughter gave us a thumbs up. Oh yeah, thank you. They're adorable. Yeah, they're pretty cool, man. I love my kids to death. They make me damn proud every day. You know, they're the awesomest. You know, I always tell them, you know, when they're in school, you know, like, you know, you don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the best at anything. But you know what I want you to do? I want you to set a good example for other kids to follow. Because some kids out there, they don't have good examples at home. They don't have good examples to follow. And, you know, so sometimes they just, you know, model how their peers act. And I know sometimes their peers in school probably aren't the best. And that's what I always ask my kids to do. Like, just set a good example for others to follow. That's all I ask. Is be a good person and set a good example, you know? And sometimes I think we all need that. We all need to set good examples sometimes. And sometimes, believe me, I'm the last person to talk. I'm not the best person to be setting an example all the time about much of anything, really. I mean, unless you want the best example of what not to do, you know, I got you covered there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, I'm done with the head there. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one. Take that tip. I need that tip off of there. Apparently, I must have lost some of my tips somewhere, because I used to have like two or three of these tips here. These number 14s. You probably can't see that too well, but these number 14s right there. I used to have like 2 or 3 of these ones, but I don't know what happens, man. You get knee deep in the cake making game like I got, and you lose tips. You know what I mean? Speaking of tips, did I mention that down in the description you can find a link to my Streamlabs and send a direct donation? But that has nothing to do with these kind of tips. Oh man, I'm just giving you all a hard time. I don't expect all that stuff, man. I just appreciate you guys being here and watching my live stream and seeing me flap my gums about nonsense. And it's okay, you know, even if you feel that I'm not flapping my gums about nonsense, it's meaningful stuff. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it is just a bunch of nonsense. But I guess that's just kind of the world we live in these days, isn't it? It's a little nonsensical at times. I could be wrong. Okay, so we got that all taken care of. Got that all cleaned out. Ready to go. Let me find this thing right here so we can get this popped back on there and work with some black. Go ahead and get these eyes filled in now. The cake is amazing. Well, thank you. Doing my best, man. You should see. Like I said, I've shared a couple of pictures on Twitter before where I was showing some of the cakes I've done, but I've done certainly a lot more, and I'll see if I can get those downloaded from Facebook and show you guys some more, because I've done several. I've done a Spider-Man one before as well, but yeah, you know, I'm a nerd, man. I'm a nerd. Dang it. Okay. I guess we're just going to do it that way. I don't have a towel with me. We're going to do it the old tattoo artist way. We just wipe it right there really quick. We'll get some green soap, break out the green soap in a minute. Y'all know about that, right? If y'all got tattoos, you know about that green soap. You know, when you're sitting there in the tattoo chair and they start spraying that stuff around, you get that smell of the green soap. Ah, that fresh tattoo smell. You know what I mean? It's a smell I haven't smelled in a while. Kind of miss that smell. I need to get some new artwork done. That's what I need. That's what we all need. I actually need to go out and get my kids' names put on me, because I got my one daughter there, my oldest there on my arm. But you know, sometimes when the kids ask, they'll ask, "When are you gonna get my name?" I tell them I'm not going to. I love her more. And they're like, "What?" I'm just kidding. I tell them I'm just kidding. I don't really love any of my kids more than I love the others. Okay, I'm sure I do. We all do, right? I would never tell them that, though. I'm just kidding. I don't. I love my kids all equally. They're the best. Like I said, they all make me proud. They are the best. Bam! See, look at that. Nice little detail in the black there. Kind of get his eye all filled in. I'll go ahead and get over here and get this next one done. See, a lot of those lines, a lot of times, all you're using them is for guidelines anyway. Most of them are going to go back over those later anyway, probably. Like, you know, key example, these ones I'm doing right now. You know, those lines don't really matter. Just squeeze a little bit of icing in there, make it look starry light. Good to go. Alright. Kind of messed that one up, didn't I? Yeah, it was messed up yesterday. Like I said, this thing already frustrates me enough, dude. I've already wanted to throw this thing against the wall a couple of times. Man, I was doing this cake for this lady one day. It was a Cars cake, and it looked like God, was that when I did Cruz Ramirez maybe? No, I think I did it Lightning McQueen. And I was sitting there decorating it, and I tried something I hadn't tried before when I was icing it. Oh man, I was so frustrated. I just wanted to take and throw it against the wall, dude. I was like, it almost had me in tears. I was so mad. But you know, I didn't throw it against the wall. The cake ended up being okay. You know, they ended up being happy with the cake, and that was about it. It was good. They enjoyed it. You know, like I said, you know, you do these custom cakes. It's not hard to do. Just takes a little bit of time. And voila, we got the head pretty much done. I got to go through and put in the eyes here in a little while. But oh man, that fell off. That's our cake so far. Almost done with the head, and then got the body here left, and then the sides. It won't be too hard, but I guess we'll go through here since I've got this black out. I'm gonna go through and start working on getting the black done here now. I was kind of wondering if I should have used a different tip for doing this part, because here I needed it to be small. Here it don't matter so much, but sometimes you got to be careful, because sometimes the bigger star tip you use, like, they come out looking different. Detail looks awesome. Good job. Well, thank you. Thank you. Um, big, big DC on you. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started here. Bam. So what do you guys think of we was talking about the other day, everybody's been talking about that Spider-Man Far From Home being re-released at the movie theater. What do you guys think about that? Are you guys going to go see it at the theater again? Or are you going to go see it at all? Are you even into Spider-Man? Like me, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I wanted to go see it again, but then when I heard they were doing this whole, because my daughters haven't seen it, but then when I heard they were doing this whole bonus scene thing, I'm kind of like, man, I don't want to go now because I don't want them. I want to support this thing where it seems like I want to go out and get the studio the idea that I want to go out and see these movies when they do this stupid bonus footage stuff that should have been in the movie in the first place. You know what I mean? It's frustrating. It makes me want to scream at people. Probably makes me want to do more than that, but I somehow I restrain myself a lot of times, even when I don't want to. But I don't know. I still need to take my daughters to see it because they haven't seen it at the theater or anything. And I don't know. Maybe we'll go on Discount Tuesday. But again, it still comes down to I don't want to give my money to this dang studio and let them think that, oh hey, I want to watch these movies with a bunch of extra footage, like after the fact, Because admittedly, a lot of the movies I go see twice at the movie theater anyway, like the MCU movies and stuff anyway. So I do that, but. Are you putting giving me bunny ears, sweetie?
What?
Are you giving me bunny ears? I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing back there. I know how you kids are. But so I don't know. We may end up going out and supporting this stupid Spider-Man bonus footage anyway. I'm not really into it, but I do want to see Spider-Man again, and the kids. I'm sure my daughters want to see it. They like Spider-Man too. Probably not as much as my son. My son, he loves Spider-Man, just like his daddy. Just like his daddy, he loves Spider-Man. Let's see what we got here. I didn't see it in theaters yet. You gotta make a Freddy Krueger or horror film one for Halloween. I should. You know what? I actually did a Michael Myers one last year. I did a Michael Myers cake. I'll see if I can find the picture on it. And believe me, I don't think it turned out too great, but I just went and gave it to the Chop Shop, one of the local barber shops here in town. Some cool people there. And I just took it to them. I didn't think it turned out that great, but you guys might like it. I'll see if I can find the pictures and post that up. But yeah, I try to nerd out on them. I saw every Marvel film 3 times minimum until Captain Marvel came out. I think Captain Marvel, I went and seen that 3 times at the theater as well. I won't see the re-release just for extra footage. See, and that's the thing is, I don't want to go see it just for the extra footage. I just want to go see it again to see it again. But I don't. I hate to go give my money and let them think that I'm going to continuously pay to see these movies with extra footage, and when that's not why I want to go again. Wookie Lives Matter, welcome to the live stream. He says, whose birthday is it? It's my son. My son's he turned 5 years old on Wednesday, so he's gonna be, we're having a party for him, family and everything. He's gonna be coming over. Oh wow, I gotta check it out. Could do a Freddy glove. Yeah, I could. Yeah, and I would, for me, I would actually rather do the Freddy Krueger face, and with him and his little fedora and stuff, because it's got more detail and stuff like that in it. But I would probably find a different way to make it a little more creative, maybe make his face and make the whole thing round, and then just do the textures of his his whole gored up body and everything. I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, just the Freddy glove would be cool too. I'm sure people would still love that. Maybe cut it out in the shape of a hand and make it look like the actual glove, but then it'd have to be a big hand, I guess. But yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and get back into this here. You can see there. I don't know if I want to change the tip on this or not. Oh, this black is coming out nice and smooth. I wish the red was doing the same. See how easy that's coming out? How good it's spreading on there. That red didn't want to cooperate with me as much. Or this black is like, woo! You know why? Black don't crack. Isn't that what they say? I don't know. I think that's what they say. I'm not really for sure what that means, but hey, you know what? Let's roll with it. Let's roll with it, because we can see that the black icing here is coming out perfect. Damn, that's looking good. Yeah, I wish my red was looking this good, man, but it's probably because it was sitting in my hand, getting warm that whole time. And in case you guys don't know, when it comes to this buttercream icing, man, you gotta keep it cool. You don't want to let it get too hot, because what happens is it kind of gets runny and almost kind of oily looking. And I don't know, it's just not the same. I mean, it tastes the same. It just don't spread the same on the cake. You can't. It doesn't work the same as well. So you gotta try to keep it cool, and it's sensitive. And like when you make the stuff in the first place is the most important part. You don't want it to get too warm. You definitely don't want to use melted butter, because once it goes down to like that consistency like that, like it's never the same. I don't care if you put it in the freezer, you put it in your refrigerator, whatever you do with it. It doesn't come back out working the same at all. So you kind of got to be careful with it too, like temperature wise, Alright, yeah, look at that, man. That's looking clean. I like that black, man. And one of the things I was talking about in the videos that I was making when I was showing this cake initially, videos you guys haven't seen yet. At this point, since I'm streaming this, I don't know if I'll ever post them or anything. Maybe I will. But one of the things I was saying is when you go and you do these colors, you got to make sure, like the black, you got to go through and just put so much in it and get it just kind of dark. And you got to kind of let it set, because it gets darker the more it sets, the longer it sets. So I usually take and I'll make it, and then I'll leave it in the refrigerator overnight, because you don't want to let it, like I said, you don't want to let it get warm or anything. Leave it in the refrigerator overnight and then check it the next day, just because I don't have patience to sit around and wait and stuff. I already said I'm not like a patient person. But then you add more. You just do it a little bit at a time, because you don't want it to get like if you put too much coloring in it, it makes I guess it can give it a funky flavor, but then it can also affect the texture of the icing as well. So just something you gotta be careful of. And man, I wish the red was being as cooperative as this black was, man. This black is working out awesome. This is how this icing is supposed to go. You gotta try to get those stars close together. Of course, you don't want to get them too close, but see how I got the red there under my base? That's why I gotta make sure I get them close together. I kind of did that so I'd have to keep myself a little bit humble to make sure I get all those spots filled in, because you probably can't see them there on camera, but there's a lot of spots in there where it's where you can kind of see a little bit of that red seeping through, but it's all right. We'll make do with what we got there. Okay, I see we got a couple other chats there. We say could do the pizza with all faces on it, right? That sounds cool. Wookiee Lives Matter. It all looks better than the Millennium Falcon cake my mom tried when I was little. You know what? That's actually a cake. That's actually something I've been thinking about. I've actually been thinking about doing a Millennium Falcon cake, but I know what's gonna happen. Is I'm gonna make a Millennium Falcon cake, and then people are gonna crucify me like they did Ryan Johnson. They're gonna say, "What? That cake looks like trash. You need to throw it against the wall." It's gonna trigger people. I'm gonna lose subscribers. For doing that. People be like, that's not hashtag my Millennium Falcon. Okay, 1040. Okay. Let's see. Michelle P says, "Oh, Wookie, your mom is probably a saint. That's sweet." Yeah, I'm sure she is. For me, a lot of times it's the effort. It doesn't have to look the best. Brenda says, "Peck the baker." Damn, I would have never imagined this. Yeah, you can go through, Brett, on my Facebook. You can find where I posted it. I've got an album in there where I posted all of the cakes that I've done and decorated. I've done quite a few. I've done a Spider-Man one before. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's kind of soothing. You know, it's kind of relaxing. At the same time, it's kind of stressful as well. Um, you won't you won't trash friends though. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't. Actually, I would laugh. You know, if it turned out looking like trash and everybody was laughing at it, I would laugh right along with it. I don't take myself that seriously. Oh man, oh, that's funny. But yeah, that's cool though that your mom did that. You know, and I think I'm not sure. You know, my mom and grandma, you know, they made cakes for us when we were little, all the time. My grandma, she always used to make this what God was it, angel food cake for me every birthday, and it had this special icing on it that she used to use, and man, it was the best. I miss grandma making my cakes. And grandma's still around. But she's in Colorado. She's in Colorado where we're out here in California. We went back and seen her. When was the last time we were there? I can't remember if we made it. Was it last summer? Yeah, I think it was just last year. We went out to Colorado, had a kind of a little family reunion. Took the kids to see her, but then even was that last year? Yeah, last year we took all the kids in January for her birthday. Thank you. We went in January to visit her in Colorado, and I wasn't even thinking, you know what I mean? Because we're out here in Southern California, we don't get real winter here, and we were driving. As soon as we got outside of California, man, I'm telling you, the freeway, it was covered in snow. So I was literally and we were driving at night. So I was literally driving down the freeway that's covered in snow, like semi trucks were pulling over to the rest stops and stopping because they didn't want to brave it. Not me, man. Not me and our little family wagon, that Mazda 5. I didn't care. I didn't want to stop, and because we only had the weekend really. So we went out there, and I'm driving along the freeway the whole time to get there, doing like 50 miles an hour at times, you know. A couple times it got even slower than that. Those big old long lines of traffic, you know, semis holding up. They weren't holding up traffic, they were just driving through, you know, and nobody wanted to pass them. And not me, man, I braved it. I went ahead and gained my speed up and went right around them while everybody else was sitting there behind them. And I was being safe about it. You know, I wasn't going to put my family in danger, but I wasn't going to just sit there and drive 20 miles an hour down the freeway neither, when, you know, I think most of the times there's 2 to 3 lanes. There was enough room, just nobody was brave enough to go around the semi-trucks and get around them. I did though, and it was cool because most of the time, you know, the semi-truck drivers, you know, they're professionals. They would kind of scoot out of the way, give me an extra foot or two, because they can trudge through that stuff a little bit better than my little Mazda 5 can. In case you guys don't know what a little Mazda 5 is, look it up on the internet and see what kind of car I was going through all that snow with. It's pretty funny. It's a front-wheel drive car though, so you got to remember that. Kind of makes driving through all those snowy and bad conditions a little bit easier. More so than like a rear-wheel drive car. Growing up white and privilege really paid off. Oh, Brother Sunline says, you're used to the effed up weather because it's where you came from. Right, yeah, I was saying, yeah, I grew up in Kansas, so yeah, I'm used to driving through all that snow and stuff. So yeah, I was definitely used to that. And that's why I wasn't scared to drive through it. And you know what? The worst of it was once we actually got into Colorado. And we were, I don't know, we might have been about 100 miles from my grandma's house. And, yeah, maybe a little more than that. But it was basically like that last little stretch. And like all of a sudden, we're just on this little 2-lane road going back home. And it was a road where, you know, and it was on the weekend. Like, the snow plows weren't there yet, man. And it was thick. It was deep. And I was actually kind of sitting there kind of scared. Like, man, like this is where, if there's anywhere we're going to get stuck on this whole trip, it's right here. And, but we made it. We made it through it all, man. Like I said, like Bretta said, I grew up with that kind of weather anyway. So it was just a matter of just going out there and doing it, you know. My wife was driving for a little while, and I was like, do you want me to drive? She's like, yeah. She didn't want to continue driving through it. It's certainly not for everybody. But she's a good driver, so she did good. She did good. For being a California girl. No, altogether she did good. It didn't have anything to do with it. But But again, maybe she's just watching me, the old professional. Yeah, old professional driver. Maybe that's what I should have done. I should have went to Hollywood to be a Hollywood stuntman. Never mind. You guys ever seen Hooper? Hooper is a pretty funny movie with Burt Reynolds, Adam West. Kind of around the same time that a lot of them Smokey and the Bandit movies and everything were coming out. Hilarious stuff. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, you guys should definitely get a chance to watch Hooper sometime. I mean, classic stuff. And plus, it's classic Burt Reynolds. How could you not like classic Burt Reynolds? You know what I mean? Like that was the stuff. Now look at him. I don't know what's he doing nowadays. Anyway, I remember he directed that one movie, Dirk Diggler, Boogie Nights. That was a pretty trippy movie. Thought that one was pretty good. No complaints from me. And yeah. So man, I'm telling you, I'm really liking this black, man. It's coming out good. We'll see how the red's gonna. If the red's gonna give me a hard time, I'm gonna take it back out in a few minutes. It's probably been in there cooling down for long enough, and this black's almost done anyway. I have to get some more black and fill this bag back up in a few minutes. Oh man. Yeah. You know, I've thought about doing this like on my route, doing some of this stuff, making cakes or cupcakes and taking it out with me to sell, you know, or just share with some of my good customers. Best closing shot ever, am I right? For which one? There's no more hurricanes. It's cake time, right? Yeah, no, I'm not in Florida. I don't have to deal with hurricanes, man. That's crazy. I mean, I'm in Southern California. I deal with earthquakes, and I'm from Kansas originally. So I also, you know, am used to tornadoes. It's been a while since I've been through a tornado, man. That was crazy. I remember one year, and we lived, like I said, where I grew up at. We lived 13 miles out of town, and so it was. And you know how, like in that movie X-Men, you know, the first X-Men movie, when they're flying in the little jet, and Storm starts dropping all those tornadoes out of nowhere, and you see a bunch of funnel clouds coming down and dropping down. Like one year, I walked out of my front door at home, and that's exactly what I seen, was a scene that looked exactly like that. And not all of them were close to us or anything. They were kind of spread out for miles, but I mean, it looked exactly like that. And I remember sitting like, whoa, man, like that, dang, trippy. You could see like easily 5 to 6 different funnel clouds forming. And they didn't all touch down at the same time or anything like that, but they were just all forming, and you could see them. Like it was a sight to behold, that's for sure. And it's so, sometimes like it's so beautiful when we see nature going crazy like that, you know what I mean? You'll see like the thunder and lightning storms, you see all those things dropping down, you know, and just I guess all of its destructive power. But even with all that destructive power, man, and stuff, it's beautiful. Definitely a sight to behold. So Boogie Nights, yeah, Boogie Nights. I remembered it. See, I might be getting old, but I can remember my movies, damn it. You know, because see, like I'm old enough. When I was growing up, we didn't have IMDb to look all this stuff up. You know what I mean? You just had to know your shit, you know? And you just had to know your movie. Like, you didn't have IMDb to sit there and be like, who directed this movie? Who was, you know, like, nah, man, you was either a fan or you wasn't. Maybe you just liked the movie, you know? Like, oh, yeah, I've seen it once. No, we's nerds. You know, we know the directors, the producers, the cameramen, the set dressers, the best boy key grip, all those different things. The lighting coordinator, the boom operator, all that stuff. We know those people. I'm just kidding. I don't know most of those people. Usually producers, directors, cameramen. I pay attention to those a lot of times. Some of the other people, not so much. You know, another important thing of the movies too is who does the score. You know what I mean? Who's producing the musical score for the film? You know, obviously we know John Williams made quite a name for himself, making some very famous and very great musical scores for movies, and we all know what he's done. We all know John Williams' work. But another great person we were talking about, I was actually talking about, well, not even me, but if you guys follow Curtis YZ, you should see he did a video last night where he was talking about the Batman, the 1989 Batman movie. He was talking about that and how great the film score is in that. And I was like, oh yeah, man, that's Danny Elfman, dude. Danny Elfman's another one of those dudes that kind of, he started doing musical scores and he really took off because he was in Oingo Boingo, you know what I mean? And yeah, he's an absolutely great composer, you know, doing those musical scores and stuff for movies. And he's done a bunch of them. God, I want to say no. Yeah, he's done a bunch of great ones. You know, and that's what you know. One of my favorite artists I was talking about earlier, Devin Townsend. He's a Canadian guitar player, and he actually got his start playing with Steve Vai back in the day. And if you guys don't know who Steve Vai is, I don't know who you are. He's like a guitar guru, man. Like, he's not even a guru. He's like a god. He's a guitar god. But he worked with Steve Vai for a little while when he was coming up. But Devin Townsend, supposedly, I remember reading an article a while back where he's getting ready to do orchestrate like a whole album. Which, if you guys listen to Devin Townsend Project, Strapping Young Lad, Devin Townsend is one hell of a musical artist. Just so many. I don't know. He layers his music really well, and he does a whole bunch of different styles of music. Stuff from like nice, peaceful, melodic tunes to just flat out chaotic, just I don't know, crazy stuff, man. He's a madman. He's a madman, and I love it. Love Devin Townsend's work. Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't actually come out with a new album already. Seems like he's always busy doing something, you know. One of my friends, if you guys haven't followed him here on Facebook or on YouTube, the name is King Shifter. You guys should go check him out. He's very deep in his musical knowledge. But he was one time said he's like the Canadian Mike Patton. And if you don't know who Mike Patton is, man, you guys are missing out if you don't know who Mike Patton is. Mike Patton is like well, for one, he's an awesome vocalist. Great voice, great singing, great depth, great range in his voice. And he does a wide variety of music as well. Does a bunch of different side projects. Tomahawk, Mr. Bungle. Who else did he did some work with Dillinger Escape Plan. Bunch of different stuff. He actually did a CD not too long ago. It's been a handful of years ago. Called Peeping Tom. Another one of his side projects. Absolutely great stuff. Especially Peeping Tom, because what he did with Peeping Tom was he basically was checking out other musical artists around the industry, and he sent them tracks telling them what he was making this album and what he was wanting to collaborate with them. And basically their answer to if he wanted to do the thing or not, the album was basically and basically answer back with a track done. But yeah, here's where we're at so far. I got this section done. Gonna work on this section here next. Gonna go in and fill in some reds now. I'm gonna toss this, take this tip back off of here. And I'm gonna have to clean this one out so I can get back started on the red. And you can see the black is running out there. I'm gonna have to fill that thing back up. So I'm gonna take out these icings here from the refrigerator. The refrigerator. Oh yeah. All right. Go ahead and get these things out of here. That's the black one right there. All right. Okay. Go ahead and get this red back out of there. Get that red out of there. I'm gonna take the rest of this black that's in there. I'm just gonna put it back in there because it's probably a little a little soft and everything. We'll mix it in with all the other ones. It's still cold and a little bit hard, so it has a little bit better consistency. I'm gonna go back and get ready to use some more black. Go ahead and toss these back in here for now. Bam. Bam. Not too hard. Not too hard. So you can see, when I started, we didn't really hardly have a whole lot of this done, and now we're already, we're almost done already. You guys are witnessing the birth of my son's cake. Birth of, I don't know. Does that might not sound right? Yeah. So let me go ahead and clean this tip really quick. And while I am, let's see what here. Wookie Live. Oh man, I'm missing something. Everyone's lips are gonna be stained with that birthday party. Oh yeah, they will be. Typical Kansan would be out there watching Head Right For You, right? Yeah, watching all those things. Steve Vai, yeah, Steve Vai is great, man. He's really great. Robert says totally oblivious of the background. I love it. Oh, what do you mean? Which? Oh. Wookie Lives Matter says Steve Vai and Joe Satriani are from the school of Randy Rose. Oh yeah, and all guitar groovers. I mean, them dudes they're guitar gods, man. And that's a shame these days. You just don't see as many musical artists out there like that. And there's guys out there that play guitar and everything, but it's almost becoming a lost art form, and it's really sad. We need to get our kids back into music and playing music. You know what I mean? And for whatever genre, I honestly don't care, but get creative and make real music. Worst agreed. The background entertainment is cute. Good old kink and amazing artist. Oh yeah. Let's see. Witnessing perfection. Yeah, and I'm telling you, imagine if you tasted it. It actually tastes really good. Just woke up and this looks absolutely delicious. Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, dude. Like I said, I was saying earlier, like the cake decoration, it looks okay. Like I'll live, but overall, like people never complain because by the time they're eating the cake, they're like, oh, it's so good. One of the things I didn't tell you guys didn't see, it was in one of the other videos that I was shooting. Was actually in the middle of the cake when I cut it down and leveled it and everything. What I do with my icing is I actually mix some of the icing with cream cheese. I put cream cheese in it. It gives it just like that extra little zing of flavor, and it's really great. Yeah, like I said, even if it looks like crap, people won't ever say anything because they're too busy stuffing their faces with good cake. As long as the icing is good, you should be good to go. Should be good to go. Get this thing all cleaned out here, getting ready for the red. Alright, and I guess while we're taking this really quick break here, take a minute to tell you guys, make sure, if you guys could, make sure you thumb this video up, share it if you'd like to. You can share it out there on Twitter, on Facebook, or anything like that. I greatly appreciate it. You guys are always so awesome in helping promote my channel and just being here watching and helping me grow, man. I really appreciate all that. But also, like I was saying earlier, I'm going to plug this again too. Down in the description is a link where you can go and send direct donations. If you want to send $1, $5, $10, whatever, it's all good. And even if you don't, it's all good. I still love you guys anyway, man. I appreciate you guys being here. Okay, so we got that one all cleaned out and ready to go. Let's go ahead and get back into this. The coffee's so good, it's almost gone. Almost done with the coffee, man. It's a shame. I'm gonna have to make more, dang it. Alright. So let's go ahead and get this thing back on here and get back started on some of this red here. Got more red getting ready to happen, and then you can see the last thing I'm probably going to do is the eyes, because you can see it's just a small piece. Don't really have to don't really have a whole lot of work to do there, so that'll be easy. Okay, let's get this thing started. There we go. Okay. And this isn't a whole lot of red. Maybe I need to just start using less icing in these bags, so then I don't have to hold them forever and this stuff gets all runny. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. Stay there. There we go. Okay. Yeah, and like I said, this isn't too bad. I'm probably gonna have to end the stream here soon, and I gotta go out. Gotta go out to the store and get some beer for the party. Gotta go out and get my son's birthday present that I forgot to pick up for him yesterday while I was out working. I'm gonna get him a new helmet for bike riding. When we go bike riding. Because when we were at the shop the other day, he said he wanted. It's blue and it got a star on it. It kind of looks like a Captain America kind of thing. So he wanted that. I'm gonna go ahead and get that for him. I need to get him out riding more too, like actual riding, like get him to ride without his training wheels. Which is really funny because my daughters, they never really rode their bikes with training wheels, because we bought these bikes. They're called Striders. Or you can call them balance bikes too, because Strider is an actual brand name. But they're glider bikes, and what they are is they're bikes without pedals. So basically, like they teach you balance. So you learn how to balance when you're riding your bike, and it's great. It's great for little kids because then they learn the balance, and then once they're good on it, they never have to. You never really have to give them training wheels on their bikes. But I've already crippled my son and not spending enough time with him riding his bike. And I haven't got him out without training wheels yet. Though I know he can do it. Like I said, you should see him on the little glider bike. I mean, he takes off on that thing. He goes crazy. So I know he could do it. It's just a matter of, getting them to balance and then pedal at the same time. They're always a little timid at first. Just typical kid stuff, But yeah, they're pretty cool little bikes. I got one of them, because like I said, the Strider is a brand, but I got one that's made by Sub Rosa. It's a little Sub Rosa bike. It's nice. It's got a purple paint job on it. It's got these black grips and handlebars. It's pretty slick looking. But yeah, again, I mean, I've heard some people like, oh, why would you get that? Just take the pedals off your bike. It's different, man. It's still different. Let's see. Kids and cats running through and you just kept icing like a boss. My middle finger is stained blue for the same reason right now. Get some cold beers. We have no beer, water, or much anything left at our stores, but people would rather die than eat clam chowder. Oh, right? Oh, are you out there in Florida too where where that hurricane's going to be hitting at, Rob? Man, that's crazy. See, it's funny. I noticed since I started here on YouTube and everything, a lot of the people that I interact with and I'm friends with, man, everybody's from Florida. How's there so many people from Florida? I don't get it. I didn't know Florida was that big. Like I think at this point, just from the people I know from YouTube and I've met and made connections with, I think I know like half of Florida. I feel like I know like half of Florida, and the other half, LB makes videos about, so I feel like I know them. In case you guys don't know who LB is, he's LB over at The Lonely Banter. You guys should go check him out. Go check out A Lonely Man and say hi to him so he's not so lonely. Watch some of his hilarious videos, man. He's a cool dude. Does his videos, makes me laugh, dude. Like, he's a funny dude. One of these days, I'm going to meet that guy. I'm going to meet him, Drunk 3PO. I'm going to meet those dudes one of these days. We'll plan on it. Maybe we'll do a live stream together where we all meet and we all talk. We all get to hang out and stuff. Have some beers or something. Of course, I've got some other people out there, some other people that I've met that actually aren't too far from me that I should probably go out and meet one of these days. Like I know, was it Kermit? Is it Kermit the Log? I think, I don't know, or no, is it Snow Dub? Is it Snow Dub that's out in Arizona? I don't know, I think one of you guys are out in Arizona, and then I know one of you guys are out there in San Francisco. And either way, I think both of those spots from where I'm at is not too far away. So one of these days, I need to go out and meet some of these people, man. Take a nice little day trip, maybe 2-day trip. Go visit some of the other fellow YouTubers. We'll get together instead of we'll do a collab video live and in person, you know what I mean? Plus some of these dudes just crack me up too. Cool people, man. Definitely like to meet them sometime. Let's see. Second Street. What's your favorite alternate Spider-Man outfit? My favorite alternate Spider-Man outfit. You know, I'm not really for sure. Let me think about that. You know, I might have to say Spider-Man 2099. Spider-Man 2099 outfit is pretty damn sick. Pretty sick. I do like the Superior Spider-Mans as well, but I think I think Spider-Man 2099. Spider-Man 2099 because that's just a sick looking outfit. And Spider-Man Noir is not too bad neither, but it just seems a little too, I don't know, like too basic. I'm not sure if you guys ever played that game on, I think it was on PlayStation 3 called Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. I still got the game, but my PS3 crapped out. And my Reservoir Dogs DVD is stuck in it. My Reservoir Dogs Blu-ray, damn it. I need to go have that thing fixed, see if I can have it fixed, because there's games on there that I still want to play. But yeah, I think that's probably it. Spider-Man 2099. It's a pretty sick outfit. Other than that, I mean, like Iron Spider's cool. You know, like some of these other ones are alright. But I think the Spider-Man 2099. I think it looks sick. Maybe just because it has like those little fins on it on his arms, kind of like Batman has. And maybe just because it looks, I don't know, it kind of looks a little bit different. I think that's one of my favorites. I know you didn't ask me, but I like Iron Spider. Yeah, Iron Spider's pretty cool. Works in Miami, putting the last month's worth of comics away. Oh yeah, I bet, man. Gotta keep them things protected from all that weather if anything's gonna happen. Comic book Iron Spider rocks. Yeah, the comic book Iron Spider definitely looks a lot cooler than the MCU one. LB is so deadpan. The dude always seems so zen. I know, and that's what I like about him. You never see him. He doesn't overreact, and I like that. While we're stay safe and good luck. Yeah, man, for sure. Definitely stay safe and good luck on that. Hopefully, nothing bad happens. Wookie Lives Matter says I'm in Arizona. Oh, you're in Arizona too? Oh, nice. Okay, Kermit's in San Francisco, and that must mean that Snowdub is the one that's there in Arizona, I believe. Yeah. I'd like to make it out and see some of these people one of these days because I'm in California, Southern California here. I'm about an hour north of Los Angeles, right here in the desert, the good old Mojave Desert. And you can always tell when there's like movies and stuff that are like shot out here because you'll see Joshua trees in the background. And in case you guys don't know, like the Mojave Desert here in Southern California, I think it's like one of only 2 places in the world where Joshua trees actually grow and exist at. I think the other one is like, probably the other Mojave. But yeah, I think it's like in Africa or something like that where the other one is. And I could be wrong there. But yeah, Joshua tree's pretty native and big around here. So if you ever see them, chances are they're probably shooting out here where I'm at. You know what's funny is I've seen several movies where they shot out here not far from where we live at. I seen one the other day, and I swear they're shooting this movie, like literally. God, what was that? I can't remember what movie that was. It might have been a Motley Crue movie, The Dirt, that was on Netflix, where there was a couple of scenes like it straight up looks like they shot it right out here, and just like right down the street from where I live at, where I ride my bike all the time. Yeah. And plus, what was it? The church from Kill Bill, Volume 2. It's actually right out here. I don't know. It might be about 30 miles from where I live at. Just mostly because it's kind of across town and out on Avenue A, I believe. No, maybe it's Avenue D. I can't remember. I've never been to it, but it's just right out here. And like I said, we're in Southern California. I know. Just kind of out here where I live at, there's a number of locations really close to each other where you could go shoot a movie at, and it actually looks like different areas of the country, and all within a few miles of each other. You can go someplace and it looks like desert, and then you can go, maybe 15 miles away, and all of a sudden it looks like you're in the middle of the mountains and everything. That's pretty nice, because the area out here where I live at between Lancaster and Santa Clarita, it's got some absolutely beautiful canyon roads. I go riding my bike out there a lot. Just nice roads and everything. Of course, during the week, you got to be careful because there's people commuting from here where I live at down to Santa Clarita, And some of these people, man, they don't give a shit. They'll run your ass off the road. But sometimes that's why I roll with a frozen water bottle. Frozen water bottle, you know, people, you know, chuck one of those things at them, hit the side of the car. I'm just kidding. I've never chucked, okay, I've chucked a couple of cars, and but yeah, nothing too bad. Emerson, San Francisco, Miguel O'Hara is awesome. Yeah. Shattered Dimensions is awesome. Yeah, that was a fun game too. That's why I wish I still had my PS3. Like, I actually kind of want to get it fixed, mostly because I want to get my, I got games on it I want to play, but also so I can get my Reservoir Dogs Blu-ray out of it.
Can I eat this in
Yeah.
there? Okay.
Yeah, Reservoir Dogs, man, that's one of my favorite movies. I love that movie. You guys ever seen Reservoir Dogs? Shoot, it's a badass movie. Steve Buscemi. What's his name? Not Sean Penn, but his brother. Why can't I remember his name all of a sudden? He was in it, and I think he died not too long, a handful of years ago. Sean Penn's brother, the Biggins from Reservoir Dogs. It's got Tim Roth, Samuel L. Jackson. No, Samuel's not in that one. What am I thinking of? Harvey Keitel. Man, bunch of great people in that movie. Yeah, it's a classic heist film. Quentin Tarantino's first, man. His first directorial debut, anyway. I guess he wrote Natural Born Killers, didn't he work on the screenplay on that? He also did not Love in a 45, but True Romance. Wrote that one as well. Another great movie. And how did it go from, I don't even know how we got there. We went from Shattered Dimension, oh, that's why. My PlayStation crapping out on me and swallowing up my Reservoir Dogs DVD, man. But yeah, that's a sick game, man. Shattered Dimensions. I need to get my thing fixed for that. It snows in Tucson. Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah. Edge of Time wasn't as good as Shattered Dimensions, but still pretty good. I don't think I ever played Edge of Time. I don't think I played that one. Yeah, I don't get enough time these days to play games like I want. I've got several, like, I got that, what was that, Dragon Ball Z, Fighter Z or something, like last year or the year before, and I've hardly even played that, and I love Dragon Ball Z and those fighting style games, you know. Just been busy, haven't had the time to put into that, you know. I've got a lot of things higher on the priority list than playing video games, even though I wish it wasn't that way. Hurts me to say that, man. Makes me feel old. But I guess I'm getting there, man. Man, son's turning 5, you know. He turned 5. My oldest daughter is gonna be 10 in February. Like, damn, where'd that time go, man? I mean, you guys probably can't see it much in most of my videos, but there's a lot of gray in my hair, dude. Like, I might look young, I might be all handsome and everything, but I'm old, dude. Like, seriously, isn't 40 old? I think 40 is kind of old. Nah, it's not. 40 is the new 15. I'm like 15 years old. That's how I feel sometimes anyway. And certainly there's people out there that would say I act 15 years old. Or at least the same that I did when I was 15 for the most part. Yeah. Rolling around town, listening to the Murder Was the Case soundtrack. Getting smoked out in my car. Oh, that was when I was 15. Not nowadays. At least I don't think. I don't have a car. Mr. Pink. I don't want to be Mr. Pink. Why do I gotta be Mr. Pink? I mean, it sounds like Mr. Pussy. Yeah. Nobody's changing names. You're Mr. Pink. I got some other guy on some other job that's Mr. Black. Yeah, man, that's a classic film. You know what? And I need to get that out of my PlayStation, man. I need to get that out of that PlayStation. And it turns on, it powers on for long enough to tell me, for it to show those, for it to beep and say that it's not going to work on me. But not long enough to eject my disc. And I heard somebody saying that, like, basically what it was like, those things were old enough that what happened is they got hot enough, and some of the components, basically the soldering would kind of loosen up, and so they're all kind of chipped. They would not fall out of there, but they're just not making good contact with the motherboard anymore. So then that's why they're like that. Why they end up getting, It's equivalent to that red ring of death from Xbox. Remember Xbox used to have that red ring of death? Yeah, man, I got that red ring of death on my Xbox on one of them that I had before. I still got that Xbox too. I wonder if I should get rid of these old consoles that I got just sitting around. I don't know. They're sitting there. I'm not a pack rat, but sometimes I just have a problem with getting rid of stuff. Just because I always feel like, man, eventually that can be fixed, or I might use that. You know what I mean? I don't know. What about you guys? You guys ever have stuff that you keep for sentimental value? Like I was talking about that stroller earlier, man. I'm telling you, that stroller is my daughter's birthright at this point. You know, it's going to be her grandchildren, or my grandchildren are going to inherit that stroller that we had through all three of our kids. Another cheap $30 stroller from Walmart. We've done a lot with that thing. Growing old is inevitable. Growing up is optional. Very good point. Very good point. And I don't want to grow up. And no, I'm not a Toys R Us kid either. I just don't want to grow up, man. Grown-ups are boring. You got gray. You got gray hair, let alone hair. Yeah. You mean my let alone hair? Like, let alone there's none there, right? That's why half the time you probably can't even see most of this, the work that I'm doing here. All that shine. See how it's overexposed over here? All that white. It's from the shine from my head. Shine from my head. Oh man, that's funny. Recycled teenager. Yes, I like that. I'll be a recycled teenager, man. Like I said, sometimes I still feel like I am one. You know, and then sometimes I listen to some music and stuff, and it takes me back to those times. It reminds me of being a teenager. Like you know that album. You know, I'm not even like a huge fan, but The Offspring. You know what album I'm talking about? Yeah, Smash. I listen to that album, and it takes me back to being 15 years old again, man. Cruising around in my car, jamming Smash, all through town. I think that was the name of it. Wasn't that the name of it? With You Gotta Keep Them Separated. Yeah. Great album. Great album. But then other stuff too, like the Above the Rim soundtrack. The Above the Rim soundtrack, I mean, that reminds me exactly of being a teenager in school. Because that's, you know, around the time it came out when I was a teenager. And believe it or not, I still jam Vanilla Ice, man. Yeah, to the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal, light up the stage and wax a chump like a candle. Yeah, dude, I was always a big Vanilla Ice fan, man. I'm not embarrassed about it, man. I'm not embarrassed about the greatest white rapper out there. Yeah, I was a fan. Ooh, did I just say that? That's right, I did just say that. Sorry, Em. It's not that you're not better, it's just more sentiments. More sentimental, man. Gotta have my boy Vanilla Ice's back. Yeah. Of course, I love DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince too, man. That's one thing I would like about, you guys know Rhodes Rants, right? Go to Rhodes Rants channel, and he does his intro. He's got his intro on his channel, and it's got like the sickest scratching and DJing stuff going on there in the background, and I love it. Because you don't hear a whole lot of that scratching and stuff these days anymore. I'm like, man, that's what you need. You know, we need more of that. We need more Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince out there. Like, on their album Code Red, they did this song called, God, what one was it? Was it I Wanna Rock? I think it was I Wanna Rock. It was an absolutely great song. DJ Jazzy Jeff is out there just, man, he's tearing it up, man. Showing his skills. Yeah. And plus, Rhodes Rants are funny too. He introduces everybody. You know, I'm back. I can't even do it as good as he does, man. Great stuff. Great stuff. We were talking about that on some Black Guys in a Drunk the other day. Freaking Rhodes Rants, man. Great stuff. And did you guys see that Terminator Dark Fate? I think that's the name of it. Dark Fate trailer, the new one. What'd you guys think about it? Are you guys interested in it? You guys not interested in it? Why not? Is it because, you know, like, are they trying to pull a J.J. Abrams on us with the member berries? I heard some people talking trash about it the other day. I'm like, hey man, this movie's being directed by Tim Miller, man. Tim Miller's the same guy who brought us Deadpool, you know? So while you may not be into it, don't underestimate it, because, you know, I think Tim Miller's I wouldn't say he's proven himself, but he's proved to be a pretty decent director in some of the things that he's done. I mean, I certainly liked the first Deadpool. He didn't do the second Deadpool, so don't let anybody tell you that. He didn't direct the second Deadpool movie. He only did the first one. But yeah, I don't know. Terminator. I haven't watched. I think I'm a couple movies behind on the Terminator movies anyway. But, you know, I may catch up on them by the time this movie hits the theaters. Go check it out at the movie theater. Is there anything else that's been on lately that sounds any good? That's the thing, like, this year was kind of front-loaded with some good movies, and then after that it seems like it's kind of dying down. Yeah, I mean, like, Hobbs and Shaw, I haven't really watched any of those Fast and Furious movies since, I don't know, it's been a while, but I wasn't really into that, but I was watching those Hobbs and Shaw trailers, man. I was like, man, they might have just about sucked me back in here into this franchise, because it just looks so over the top and cheesy. How could I not go see that at the theater? And no, I still haven't been to see it at the theater, but, you know, I certainly thought it, you know, and I hear a lot of people say a lot of times that it's the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts. You know, and I got to agree with that. I'll agree with that. It's the thought that counts. I thought it looked good, and I thought I wanted to go see it in theater. I just didn't. Do my thoughts pay the theater, and it helps them at the box office? I don't know. But yeah, it took a really cheesy turn for this movie. It looked like, and you know, I gotta kind of say, I think I kind of like that about a movie. I don't mind cheese. You know, just know that you're gonna be cheese. What we got here to say? Gotta go. Have a great day. Thank you. You as well, Tom McDaniel. Let's see. What made Vanilla Ice the best white rapper? Because he was mainstream? Oh yeah, definitely. Of course, because he's mainstream, man. No, I'm just kidding. He's not the best white rapper. I just liked Vanilla Ice when I was growing up, and I still like Vanilla Ice. It's something I'll totally admit to. And Justice for All makes me remember being in high school. Oh, I know, right? And then, you know what? That reminds me too. And Justice for All was what was that? The one video they did for you know, the big one. It was one, right? They did that one video version that had those clips from that movie, Johnny Got His Gun or whatever. And I remember watching that when I was growing up, man. That's some of the stuff that's burned into my memory too. Just like I remember seeing that video and some of the stuff going on there. Like, dude, it tripped me out, bro. Like, it's not scary, but it was like creepy and eerie. Definitely. The Beastie Boys were really good. Oh, dude, I love the Beastie Boys, especially like their old stuff. Pretty much once they got past, I don't know, was it Ill Communication? No, not Ill Communication. Yeah, it might have been Ill Communication. Pretty much after that, like, they kind of got, I don't know. I wouldn't say sellout. It didn't appeal to me as much, because I think right after that was Intergalactic Planetary, and I thought that album was okay. Just like that's kind of when I started falling off of the Beastie Boys a little bit. Alpha Proto says, after the last movie, I'm not ever going to give the trailer a look. Terminator ended with T2 for me. Yeah, T2 is that's a great movie. I need to watch that one again too. Classic movie. A great one too. Of course, I still think that like the first one obviously is one of the best ones. Wookie Lies Master says, the new Terminator looks cool, peppered with cringe throughout though. Yeah, and it looks like it probably is. But again, like I said, it's Tim Miller, and I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt after what he did with Deadpool, and I don't think he's really done anything since Deadpool. But I don't know. I'll have to go back and check him out on IMDb and see what that says. But I thought he did a great job with Deadpool, and you know I'm looking forward to it. But again, I'm behind, so like I might go into it and not really know what's going on. Alpha Pro says Joker is in October. I know, and that one actually looks pretty good. I know a lot of people were kind of upset because they said like they're not following the comic books and everything. I'm like, I don't know that they really need to. I mean, because the thing is can they still nail the character? To me, that's the most important thing. Can they still portray that character and do it without the Batman being there or anything like that? And I think it's possible. And plus, Todd Phillips is another director that I will put some trust in him and what he's going to do. Again, I only watched Hangover. I don't even know. Did I watch Hangover Part 2? I'm not sure if I even watched Part 2. But, you know, he's definitely got a good catalog of movies out there. So I'll trust in him as well. Three from Hell. Oh yeah, Three from Hell definitely looks like a good one. I still need to go out and buy. I need to go out and buy House of a Thousand Corpses. I don't own that one, but I do definitely have Devil's Rejects. Great movie. Great movie. One. Yeah. Okay. I can't watch music videos. They influence what I think of when I hear the song. I hear you. I totally hear you. And sometimes like sometimes music videos out there are pretty crappy. Tim Miller is mainly a CG cutscene director before Deadpool. Okay. All right. I think I see what you're saying. Like I did like the cutscenes. Like okay, I think I understand what you're saying there. Shellback says Spider-Man cake. Do the Spider-Man cake right. Yeah. Hopefully get this thing done here pretty soon. Like I said, I'm sure guests will probably start showing up here in the next like hour and a half or two. Everybody's supposed to be here at 1 o'clock. But you start something at 1 o'clock, people show up at 2 o'clock, mainly because they don't want to have to wait for the food to be ready. They don't have to want to wait for all that. They want to get there and eat so they can hurry up and leave. No, I'm just kidding. But it seems like that's how it always seems like. You say, okay, it's starting at 1 o'clock. Inevitably, everybody starts showing up after 1, like 1:32. It's kind of funny. But, it's mostly family anyway. Like we occasionally we get people like, we post pictures on Facebook or whatnot, and people like, oh hey, thanks for the invite. It's like, man, we don't invite you because you never come. Why are we gonna invite you? You never come. You say you're gonna come. We're gonna plan for food and everything. You're not gonna come. We're not doing it. At this point, matter of fact, some of my good friends, I told them the last time, like, hey, when you guys having so and so's party, we're like, just show up on whatever day. Just show up on whatever day and bring a present, and we'll have it on that day. Like, it's no longer an invitation. Like, we just expect you to show up now. You're just expected to know when to show up. That's how these birthday parties work nowadays. There's no invitations sent out. Now, we usually just text, like I said, a handful of friends, tell them, hey, we're doing it on this day, and that's pretty much about it. That's pretty much about it. Okay, so, looks like I'm starting to run out of some, red icing here, so it's about time to get this bag filled back up. And whoa, tilted my camera there. About the time to get this bag filled back up with some more red icing. So go ahead and get in here and get some icing and let this thing warm up a little bit, so it's works a little bit easier. I'm gonna get that stuff out of there and we'll mix it in with some of this other stuff that's still a little harder consistency. I don't know. I think it's turning out all right, though. I think it's starting to turn out okay here. Yeah. Okay, get all that stuff out of there. Let that cool down a little bit. And go ahead and take a little break here. Let my hand rest a little bit. It does get a little bit tiring sitting there doing all that squeezing, but that's why just put a little bit in there. Alpha Pro says I was not expecting the texture when I saw the thumbnail. Oh, but I'm not sure which thumbnail I got right now. I'm doing this just through Streamlabs on my phone, so I'm not sure what. Oh, is it showing? It's probably showing the Second Street Marvel one that just the basic generic one I have sitting there. I'm guessing. For the cake, I mean. Oh, okay.
Can I eat it now?
No, not yet.
But it smells so good.
I know, but it's not time yet. We still gotta eat food first. We're getting food catered. Like a lot of times we'll sit here and we'll grill the food for the kids' birthdays and stuff. That's my kids right there. That's Madison right here. That's Shizuko. That's my two baby girls. They're not such babies though anymore, are they? Man, look at them. Dang. They get big too fast, you know what I mean? Get big too fast. It almost makes me sad. I remember when she was just a little baby, and I just used to hold her like that, and I used to love her. I used to take her on bike rides with me all the time. And then this one came along, and we all used to go out together on bike rides. I used to slap him in the little cart, or in the little trailer, the little bike trailer, and drag him around all over town. That was kind of like my training, you know what I mean? Carrying all that extra weight and everything. It was a good workout. getting all this stuff ready for, you know, just when I go out and race and do any of that kind of stuff. But anyway, I guess while I'm taking this short break, it'd be another great chance to let you guys know. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you share it with any friends. Tell them to come in and check out my cake and check out what we're doing here. Greatly appreciate it. And also, like I said before, down in the description there's a link where you can go and send direct donations here to the channel. You can support the channel if you wanted to with $1, $5, $10, $100. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to send that much. I would probably cry here on camera for you guys if somebody sent me a $100 donation. I just break down, and I do it just for the sake of doing it in the video, because you guys might not know this. Like my oldest daughter here, she wants to be an actor, but that's something I always wanted to do when I was a kid too. And believe me, I should probably do it, and I should probably give it a shot still, because like I can cry, like I can like you know, like that. I have to drop, you know, I can cry. Like I'm one of those people that can do that. Just put myself in that emotional place, and I just, yeah, I can do it. Believe me, when I was a kid, it worked out at times. Knowing how to cry just on at the drop of a hat. It was good. What kind of cake is it? Chocolate, vanilla, or carrot? It's actually
strawberry.
It's actually a store-bought cake. I use just the store-bought mixes. I need to learn how to make my own cake batters and stuff. But this one it's a strawberry and lemon, and I took and swirled it together, so it's kind of like a strawberry lemon marble. And yeah, it'll be pretty good. It's pretty good. Your daughters are beautiful. Hey girls. Oh, Michelle P says you girls are beautiful.
Who's that?
One of my viewers, one of my subscribers.
Oh,
she's very awesome and supportive. They say thank you. And yeah, they're beautiful. This one, she's a spitting image of her mother. She looks just like her mommy. She's my beautiful.
It says what's underneath the frosting.
And this one, she looks a lot like me when I was a kid. She looks a lot like me when I was a kid. Except for a girl. What's
under the frosting?
What is underneath all that frosting? Well, just a little bit of cake. Just a little bit of cake. We like a little bit of cake with our frosting. You know, we prefer, you know, it's like those rum and cokes. You know, when you go to the bar and you get a rum and coke, and it's mostly coke and a little bit of rum. You know, we want a coke and rum, not a rum and coke, man. Gorgeous. Yeah, and here's my son. Here's the birthday boy right here.
Well, his birthday already passed, actually.
Yeah, his birthday already passed, but
today's his
that's
party.
That's the birthday boy right there. He's got his hair cut. He's all ready to go. Say hi, Logan. He's being shy. I don't know why. He's not always that shy.
Here's me. Logan, here.
He's a lot taller, huh?
This is happy birthday.
But yeah. Anyway, guys.
The Spider-Man cake looks
again. Yeah, I guess kids here are gonna want to keep you entertained. You can go ahead and check them out. Lower that camera there, so you can see the beautiful kids. You can see the beautiful babies. And yeah, anyway, guys, I might, let's see, where were we at here? What kind of time are we at? We're only at 1 hour and 42 minutes, that's it? We've only been doing this for 1 hour and 42 minutes? Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's been that long. Time flies when you're having fun. And, yeah, I'm not sure, did you guys see that Bears jersey I got on? Yeah, I don't really watch football anymore, but,
you used to?
I used to, man. I used to watch, you know, we used to have that Sunday ticket thing there. And, you know, you get on there and, watch the Sunday ticket. It was always a good time. But then, like, stopped watching football, and after that, we canceled our DirecTV because I'm like, man, like, I realized all I was watching was like regular ass TV, you know, CBS, NBC, stuff like that. Yeah, what are you doing? Don't be touching the cake right now. What are you doing, you crazy kid? And I'm like, I don't even paying all this DirecTV money just to watch Dr. Phil, man. Shoo. I'm not paying over $100 to watch Dr. Phil every day, you know what I mean? Like, I love you, Dr. Phil, but that's just a little bit too expensive. So, yeah, we went ahead and did that, so we don't really watch football much anymore. And it's all good, because the reason I stopped watching the football in the first place was because, like, you know, I'm watching all these games, and you know what happens during these games is, like, I remember what made it, the breaking point was one of the days I was sitting there watching the games, and, like, I had the DirecTV, and every single channel I turned it to, there was a couple of them that were on commercial breaks, but every single one of them were doing a review. Like, you know, like, oh, he caught a pass and he's down, you know, they got a review, like, and like, it started driving me bonkers. It happened like 3 weeks in a row. I'm like, this is absolutely ridiculous. Do they ever play football anymore? Like, do they? do they ever get a chance to actually play football? And that's why I stopped watching, because I'm like, dude, like I just can't do this anymore. I can't sit here and watch a game where it keeps getting interrupted because did he cross the goal line? Like, man, he crossed the damn goal line. Did you see it? Did he catch the ball? Yeah, he caught the ball. He was down in bounds. Jesus, I seen it live. I seen it live going on, and I don't even have to question it. And then I don't know, man. I don't know. It drives me crazy. It drives me crazy, huh?
American Ninja Warrior.
Oh yeah, American Ninja Warrior. That's something we haven't watched this past season, but we need to go back and watch it because I like American Ninja Warrior. As a matter of fact, one time I actually went and tried out for that spin-off show. What was that spin-off show? You know the one I'm talking about, the spin-off show of American Ninja Warrior, Wipeout. I went and tried out for Wipeout one year down in Anaheim. That was pretty funny.
There's also this American Ninja Warrior Junior thing.
American Ninja Warrior Junior?
Yeah.
I need to get my kids onto that.
What?
I think they could do good. They could do it. Plus, they already go to karate class, you know what I mean? They already go to karate class. All I got to do is get them in some gymnastics, get them on some courses. They'll do it. And plus, my son, dude, he's nuts. He already pulls American Ninja Warrior stuff all over my furniture, and I have to yell at him. Yeah, I yell at him. He'll be jumping on my damn couch. But, and then, of course, then he does it. He's like, oh, sorry. I'm like, yeah, you know not to do it. And then he's like, oh, and he starts doing it, and he's like, looking at me like, yeah, you know what you're doing, man. But Alpha Proto says happy birthday, Logan. Your barber rocks. Yeah, the barber my wife took him to is okay. Like, there's a place here in town that I go to called Chop Shop. They're the absolute best. They are definitely the best, and I just didn't get a chance to take him there. I wish I did, because they do a lot cleaner look. They do a lot cleaner look. I love Wipeout. I know. I wish Wipeout was still around, man. I used to laugh my butt off to that TV show. Go Logan, it's your birthday. Yeah. Wipeout was awesome, man. I miss it. But well, there you went outside. Well, guys, I guess I'm probably gonna go ahead and end this live stream for right now. I'm gonna get this cake put in the fridge, I guess, for a little while. I know I was waiting for the icing, but I've got to go to the store. I've got to go pick up my son's gift, and then at the same time, I'm gonna pick up some beer and get everything ready for this party. I'm gonna get back and finish decorating this cake. And don't worry, guys, you can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Facebook. I'll go ahead and I'll post a picture of the cake once I actually get it done, so you guys can see what it looks like. But you guys can see again right there, what we've got done so far. Got, I don't know, a little over half of it left to go. Well, yeah, because I still got to do around the sides and everything. But that's what we've got so far. You guys have pretty much been here through the creation of most of this. Like the other day in a video, I just went through and I did the outlines, and today we went through and filled it in. I'm gonna get these eyes filled in, fill in the rest of this red here, this black, and then here along the sides, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually do it just like this. It's gonna be red with the webbing, and it's gonna be, I don't know, it'll be pretty good. I don't know. Maybe when I get back from the store, maybe I'll go ahead and get back on a live stream and let you guys sit here and watch me finish this all up. I don't know. It's hard to say. Or maybe I'll live stream us getting drunk and playing some Rock Band later or something. I don't know. Probably not that, because I'll probably get a content claim or something like that. Do they even let you stream that game anymore? Rock Band? I don't even know if I can. But I have a lot of fun doing that. And once I get a little bit saucy, I like to sing, because I'm a singer. That's what I do. I like screaming and singing and stuff. You've got a good looking family. Thank you, Brett. I appreciate that. Thanks for great chatting this morning. Have an awesome day. You as well, Michelle P. And again, thank you all so much for being here today and watching the creation of this cake. And I will go ahead and get more of that done for you. Like I said, I might get back on here and do a part 2 of this live stream to show you all. But thank you all so much for being here today. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe. Click the little bell so you get notifications anytime I upload new content. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget, link down in the description where you can always go and send direct donations right here to the job or to the channel and support us. We really greatly appreciate all of you guys for just being here in the first place. Again, you all have a very good day, and we'll see you in the next video. Later. They're funny. They crack me up.
Hello?
They want to start their own channel. Maybe one of these days we'll let them start their own channel.
Yeah.
Later.
Is it still going? Okay.